Check it out, y'all. Check it out. Bitcoin is on fire. It's on fire. I didn't think I was watching the whole weekend, and I didn't think they was gonna let it hit 40 because the governments around the world don't like this. Okay, I've been telling y'all about that. They don't want to see this. Okay, look at what we've done on the year, and I have been telling you guys the whole year what you should be doing. Right? If there's another channel that has given you more gains than this one, let me know. Right? Because I've given you the best performing crypto in crypto, and I've given you Bitcoin when everybody was saying run away, run away. I'm like, yo, you need to be buying, right? So it was like around 39. It was 38 for the longest, right? Over the last, let's just look at the last 7 days. Man, I've been calling so many people. I've been trying to hit up so many people like, yo, the same people that I was telling to get in at 16, 17. I'm like, yo, you need to get in. I've been hitting them up. Most have not responded. A few have. Right? And so it was at 37 for the longest, and then 38, and then this weekend, I'm like, they're not gonna let it go over. They're not gonna let it go over, and then bam, it went through 40,000. Now we at 41, 400, and now all the people. I got to show y'all this. All the people who've been on the sidelines, guys. This is just gonna continue. All the people, is that accurate? Okay. All the people who've been on the sidelines are now starting to get in. So I want to just show you how much money is on the sidelines, and you can just look at this right here, right? If you're in Tether right now, you're not that smart. And a whole lot of people are in Tether and other stable coins, especially if that stable coin is not paying you anything, right? There are stable coins that pay you. I may cover that in a couple weeks or something, right? Um, so this is how much money is on the sidelines. And so this is what has the potential to rush into everything else, right? So there's a lot of money on the sidelines, lot of money. And then this is what's on chain. This is not even talking about all the money that's about to come, from institutions and things like that, right? So, I've been telling you guys, yes, you should be in, the other projects that I've mentioned because they're going to grow the most, but you should also be in Bitcoin. I hope that you have listened, you have taken advantage of that. This is just, I'm just kind of in awe right now. As I've said, this is gonna go north of 100K. It's not even, and I'm the estimates that I give you guys on my channel, right? I have to think about, who's watching and everything like that. I'm always conservative with my estimates. I'm always conservative. So keep that in mind. All right. So here's what I want to show you. Let's just go here. Here's what I want to show you. Everything is pumping right now and all that. Right? Volume is up. And here's the 24-hour volume right here. 115 billion. And that's up 37% over whatever time period this is looking at. Okay. That's how much new volume is coming in. Like, this is crazy. And you see, despite all the FUD and everything, you see who's still at the top. Okay, right? So 115 billion according to this website right here. Of course, I can't validate that, but I know that it's, over 70, 80 billion. Okay, now, so where am I going with this? where I'm going with this is the regular public market. This is where your mama, your auntie, whatever, can sign up for a crypto.com account or a Binance account or other account and buy the stuff that's available on there. Buy Bitcoin, buy Chainlink, buy, the mainstream cryptocurrencies. And those are the things that are pumping right now, okay? But what the owners of these exchanges have said is that decentralized exchanges are the future. They have all said that, right? So, what I want to show you is the difference between the volume on the public market and the volume on the decentralized market. Now, this number right here just went down a little bit. This number right here is the highest that it's been in the past year and change. Okay, I don't know the exact date. Usually we average about 1.5 billion. Sometimes we hit 2 billion. I've seen it above 2 billion, here and there. Okay? And today it's at around 6 billion. Now, that's not the highest it's ever been, but that's the highest it's been for a long time. 6 billion. Public market, 115 billion. Decentralized future of the industry, 6 billion. Why is this the future, BSG? Well, first of all, as I said, the exchange owners call it the future. That's number one. The second reason is, as you see with Binance, these governments have the ability to regulate these exchanges, right? These governments have ignored Bitcoin for the longest. Now they see that it's not going anywhere. So guess what? Now they want a piece. So what do? They trump up charges against these exchanges to try to hurt them. That's all that's happening right now with several exchanges. Meanwhile, they're trying to relaunch FTX. Now you just gotta think about that. Why are we shutting down legitimate exchanges that did nothing wrong, but we're bringing back the one exchange who committed the greatest atrocity against crypto, stealing $8 to $11 billion, depending on which article you read? Let's bring that back. It's because they're in control of FTX. They wanted to run things through Sam Bankman-Fried anyway. Why? Because his community is tied to the banking industry. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That's what it is. So because of those ties, they know, hey, we can control this guy. That's why we're going to give him money. And now, he's out the way. They'll put somebody else in play because they just want control. So as they enforce things more, right, the only place that you're going to be able to really properly hold your crypto is on a decentralized exchange. Or I should say, exchange it. You don't hold it on an exchange, you hold it in your wallet. But I won't get into that in this video. But you're going to exchange with it on an exchange. Right? Let me see if I can pull this up real quick, just to give you an idea. Right? So here is Bitcoin right here on probably the largest decentralized exchange. Well, Uniswap would be the largest, right? But here it is on PancakeSwap. What's the volume? 12 million. And I'm telling you, I have not seen the volume that high, and I don't know when. Okay? And let's see on Uniswap. And I'm looking at this because the real Bitcoin is not on Ethereum. Uniswap volume is 593K, Bitcoin, WBNB. There should be some other ones. I know there's another one somewhere. But I mean, look at what we're talking about. Right? Where is that? Okay, there we go. Wow. Bitcoin Tether on Uniswap, 353,000. That's crazy. But here, right, this is not all Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is 50% of this. So 57 billion here, over 20 billion on Binance. But here, 300K, 600K, 12 million. Right? So that's why this is where the growth opportunities are. All right? So what does that mean? So I'm going to share with you what that means. Okay? Coming back here, 100 has done this. And I'm just giving this as an example. Not being on a mainstream exchange. You cannot go to Coinbase or Binance or whatever and buy 100. It only exists here. It only exists in a decentralized world. And, it doesn't even have the same exposure as, some of these other ones. Some of these things that are like not even real things, right? Right? Even the fake Bitcoin is up 52%. Like, come on, y'all. Right? If this ever, here's what I do. I try to find things that are not known to the public, but yet there's something about it that has the same qualities as Bitcoin, as Ethereum, as other things, right? Because at one time, Bitcoin was a joke. At one time, you could only get Bitcoin on decentralized exchanges, not even decentralized exchanges, like person to person. The centralized exchanges did not exist. DEXs are only 2.5 years old. That's what you call a decentralized exchange, a DEX. They're only 2.5 years old, literally. Right? So back here, there wasn't even an exchange really. It was person to person. I think one of the things that made Bitcoin go to $100 was the fact that it finally got on some exchange somewhere. Right? So this is what we're talking about. So these are the things that I try to find, right, that are early. And again, you see the market cap right now, 8.88 million. Market cap for Bitcoin, 800 billion. Okay. Now I don't think 100 is going to get to end a bit. I don't know. I don't think that, y'all. But even just a whisper, if it gets to 4 or 5 billion or 3 billion or 2 billion or 1, you see what I'm saying? And what's going to get it there? What's going to get it there potentially? First of all, the devs have to keep doing what they're doing. They got to keep making stuff happen, right? So you have to watch for that, right? But it's exposure. So I'm bringing this up because, again, I get messages and things like that. Oh man, I'm wondering what I should do, this, and that, and so on and so forth. Right. And I just have to laugh. You have to understand where you are. This isn't even discovered yet. Even though it's up this much, it hasn't been discovered yet. It's not available yet on the public markets. In order to get to the public markets, it's going to have to grow probably 20, 30x from here. You see what I'm saying? So buying at any price here, it doesn't matter if you bought, oh man, I bought up here, it's down a little. So what do we? First of all, you've been watching my videos. when I first told you about it, you could have made 100x on your money, but you waited until it was up here, and now you mad. Bro, where was you at back here? But I'm trying to explain to you, because this is not available. People don't even know how to buy the. I don't know why people are so afraid of Dexes or whatever. It's very easy to use, and there's all kind of videos on YouTube and things like that. But people don't even want to use this. In fact, even with Bitcoin, one of the reasons why it's going up is because of this potential spot ETF. And really, what that symbolizes is companies are going to be able to buy Bitcoin without, a wallet, without having to own their own keys. They don't want to get into keeping their keys and things like that. They don't want to do that. And even though that's literally anti crypto, but that's what it's about. Right? So I'm guessing that's the reason why people are scared. I don't know. So you getting in here before any exchange is like guaranteed money because of the exposure or lack thereof. And it's not lack of exposure because people aren't talking about it. Right? I've talked about it. Like I said, there are a lot of other YouTube videos out there. They do marketing. They do Twitter. They got episodes that they do, and it's like no other project is doing this. And then you go on, if you go on certain social media sites and things like that, you see all these comments about 100. So the community is great. So these are some of the things that you look for. It's like, okay, do they have a community? What are they doing? So on and so forth. What is it waiting on? What is waiting on is got to grow a bit more to some exchange says, you know what? Because here's what they're all about. They just want to make money. So if this is continually growing, they're not gonna call anybody. They're not gonna say anything. They just gonna be like, oh, this is now available. Why? Because they're gonna be charging you on your buys and sells. So when will that happen? Don't know. Don't care. Like, you guys should really count this as a blessing, because and that applies to not anything, because most of this stuff is crap. Right? But I'm only gonna give you early stuff. Period. I'm gonna 9 times out of 10, or at least I should say, when my course students and things like that, that's how we were making millionaires. Right? Let me can I do it here? I think I could do it here. I do not recommend this anymore, guy. I have to say that every time. I don't recommend this anymore under any circumstances. Okay, but I just want to show you guys, if I can. It's not even okay, maybe back here 35 cents where we was probably in before this, right? This was before exchanges. When we were in back here, we were ahead of the exchanges. My people, my group. Okay, and we were buying as much as possible. At least that's what I was doing, and a few others were doing. I found out later that some folk were selling. And this is why I keep having to do these videos to reinforce. Right? So we're buying as much as possible. And so then what happened? Look at that. It's created millionaires right here. There was no warning. There was no, hey, we getting ready to list cake. We just woke up one day and it was listed. Right? That's what happened. Okay? So, and then what you have a bunch of people buying up here, not understanding it, and then Unfortunately, it went down, but it went down for a lot of reasons. I might do a separate video for that. It went down for other reasons. Okay? But these are the type of things that I'm looking for. And so, what was the market cap of Pancake Swap when I was telling people to get in? It was similar to what 100 is right now, like 8 million. I got in at 1 million. Okay? Trying to tell you this is how it's done. You don't have to believe me. Like, this is how it's done. Okay? So just understand where you are, understand the position that you're in, right? And it requires, if you got in very early, it requires a bit more, resolve, because, you're just looking at, oh, look what I have potentially. What you don't realize is the market is not there yet for you to sell anything. Not that you should be selling anything anyway. When this hits an exchange, don't know what it's going to be. But unlike other coins, I don't think it's going to be over when it hits an exchange, right? Real things travel, real things stay. If you're in a crap coin or whatever and it's just on some hype, it's going to drop, right? But I think Bitcoin was like $100 when it first hit an exchange or something like that, right? And a bunch of people who bought Bitcoin at $1, guess what? They sold. And like, oh my goodness, Bitcoin is $100. They never thought that was going to happen. They sold at $100. Look where we are now. Right? So now everybody's not going to get this. I understand that. Everybody's not going to get everybody. Oh man, it's going down. You can't help everybody, bro. you can't help everybody. But what I try to do is just come on here and give you my experience. Like, what you have to ask yourself is, who's in your ear telling you something different? Your friend, oh man, don't get in that. Right? All right. If your friend is, a multimillionaire on the backs of crypto, or even I'll give you some other type of investment, then okay, then their opinion matters. But if your friend is as broke as you or broker, and you literally have somebody who has shown you, proved to you that they've gotten themselves out of poverty just by being patient, just by identifying early things and being patient. Right? Everything that I've ever got in, let's take a look here. Might as well get it out the way. Man, this is coming back to my price. Wow. I told you, real things, they stick. Right? But there's not much of an opportunity in Chainlink. I'm just, forget what you heard. Other people going to tell you different. Other YouTubers going to say different. But bro, I was in Chainlink back here. At my price might not even be on here. I was in Chainlink at 17 cents. That's where I got in. 17 cents. Hello? And look at where it is now. Where did I sell? $19. Somewhere in there. $19. Okay? And then, how was my timing? Right? I'm sitting here telling y'all, look what happened. Bam. I was like, oh my God. It went higher than even I expected. Right? And so when it came back down here, I legit thought about getting back in, but I told you guys I'm not interested in 100 or 200, 300%. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in 100Xs. So I'm going to take chances when it's unknown. Now, this was just a unique situation because Chainlink was actually on an exchange. Like that was really, it's rare that you have something that's on an exchange and you still early. Right? So that's what happened here. That was like, this was like true bear market. Like, nobody was paying attention. You know what I'm saying? But that's the kind of, that's what I do. Oh man, 100 is slow, man. It's slow. That's what I, hear some people saying, oh man, it's slow. You should be grateful that it's slow, right? Like this is Pepe. You have every DJ now. Oh man, I want to find the next Pepe. I want to find the next Pepe. Find the next Pepe. You didn't even have a chance to get in this unless you knew somebody. Like this happened in a week. Literally a week. Like if you were on the sidelines not in crypto already and somebody told you about Pepe, going through the KYC process and you know uh sending in your ID and all of that, you would have missed this. Cause that takes like 3 or 4 days. It even takes some time for you to send money from your bank to just get to even a decentralized exchange. It takes time, right? So these are flukes. This is a fluke. And everybody that's in here now is chasing this. But oh, just wait. Oh, but what if? But maybe one day, and if it just gets back to this. But what is the substance of this? What is this? There's no substance here. There's nothing here. It's a Trump token. That's what it is. You see, he got on his red hat. That's what it is. But did it introduce anything to crypto? No. Is there some special feature about it? No. Right? Is the team trustworthy? No. When this went on an exchange, right? At some point the team dumped. In fact, 2 of the team members dumped on the 6 other members. Allegedly, there were like 8 members, and they created a smart contract where all 8 of them were supposed to sign, but some kind of way 2 of them got together and they were able to sign just the 2 to take all the money out. First of all, it wasn't supposed to be no tokens still left remaining. You see here it says circulating supply 99.24. That means all the tokens are out. It wasn't supposed to be any hidden tokens. They had hidden tokens. Like this is the kind of stuff that's going on. And 2 guys screwed the other 6 guys or guys, I don't know, and sold a bunch of tokens, driving the price down. And for whatever reason, I cannot explain this, people are still buying this. Nobody's running this anymore. The team is not in control. They're not developing anything. They're not doing anything. But yet people are still buying this for whatever reason. But you missed the millionaire opportunity here. You want things to be slower to give you a chance to accumulate. Like, let me show you what you want, right? Like, seriously, this is what you want. But this is what people who don't know anything about money, what they fight against, right? What you want is this right here. Even though real talk, there's like 30x in here, but this is what you want, right? From $681, and here we are 3 years later, $800 something. You don't realize that's what you want. and 99.9% of people are gonna fight and go, oh man, I want a moon, I wanted this. No, you don't. If not when it's something real, when it's crap, you want a moon. Because you know it's crap and everybody else that's in it knows it's crap. That's when you want to moon because you want to get out before everybody else dumps. When it's real, you want to hang on. Right? But everybody doesn't understand that. And that's what I'm going to continue to show you. I might show you something else later on this week, depending on what happens. But if and for those of you who are asking me, and I appreciate you asking me, hey, do I have a this or that, a group or something? I used to, but I don't do that anymore. I just don't have the time, guys, and I don't, people DMing me all times of the day, and folks just want to honestly just take advantage of you, take advantage of your time, not pay you anything. Right. I done made so many people wealthy, even people that I don't know. Some of you are out there been making money off of me. I don't even know you. And that's great. And so this is the way that I can reach the most people, at one time. But when I do the groups and stuff like that, everybody wants to have one-on-one time. And then when I say, yo, it's going to cost you blank per hour, then people want to balk. Right? Well, that's what my time costs because that's what I'm making when I'm not talking to you. So why am I gonna make less talking to you? You know what I'm saying? But everybody doesn't understand that, and everybody's coming from a different background and all of that. And so this is the way to do it. So I'm hoping that you're listening. I'm hoping that you're taking advantage and you see, based on what I've been telling you, things are working. It's your boy BSG. I'm going to holler at y'all in the next video.